Coming festivities here at Madison Southern High School for tonight's game.
Tonight, we will be able to let you and these candidates know what place they have each received. With all of the restrictions we are dealing with during this difficult time, we are excited that we could still honor these seniors and give them a memorable homecoming experience for their high school careers. With all of that being said, let's meet our candidates. Queen candidate number 1 is Miss Mackenzie Clowers. She is the daughter of Randy and Julie Clowers. She is escorted by her mom and is sponsored by the MSHS Varsity Cheerleaders. King candidate number 1 is Mr. Colton Grubb. He is the son of Curtis and Jamie Grubb. He is escorted tonight by his dad and is sponsored by the Student Council. Queen candidate number 2 is Miss Kiara Savia. She is the daughter of John and Robin Savia. She is escorted tonight by her dad, and she is sponsored by the girls' varsity soccer team.
Insurance, and your pharmacy can seem
King candidate
overwhelming
number
at times.
2 is Mr.
Madison
Zach
Drug on Big
Sadler.
Hill Avenue in Richmond makes it simpler
He is
and
the
easier
son
for
of
you.
Rob and Amy Sadler. He is escorted tonight by his mom, and he is sponsored by the academic team.
I reckon.
Queen candidate number 3 is Miss Madison Congleton. She is the daughter of John and Kathy Congleton. She is escorted tonight by her dad and is sponsored by the FBLA. King candidate number 3 is Mr. Chase Heshamy. He is the son of Jeff and Lindy Heshamy. He is escorted tonight by his mom and is sponsored by the tennis team. Queen candidate number 4 is Miss Sydney Smith. She is the daughter of Terry and Debbie Smith. She is escorted tonight by her dad and is sponsored by the Beta Club. King candidate number 4 is Mr. Zach Oakes. He is the son of Mike and Lisa Heisel, and he is escorted tonight by his mom and is sponsored by the FBLA. Queen candidate number 5 is Miss Michaela Abney. She is the granddaughter of Woody and Jean Gabbard and is escorted tonight by her grandpa, Woody, and she is sponsored by the tennis team. King candidate number 5 is Mr. Xavier Strothman. He is the son of Terry Heyer. He is escorted tonight by his mom and is sponsored by the football team. And now we would like to reveal the placement of our top 5 candidates for King and Queen. We would like to thank all of our candidates for being able to go with the flow of 2020 and adapt to constraints. Let's hope that being in the top 5 of the homecoming candidates is one good thing that happened for these 10 seniors. Our 4th runner-up in the King's Court, Xavier Strothman.
I'm kind of surprised.
The 4th runner-up in the Queen's Court, Madison Congleton.
Well, I said I was going to pick football, not King and Queen candidate.
The 3rd runner-up in the King's Court, Zachary Sadler. The 3rd runner-up in the Queen's Court, Kiara Savia. The second runner-up in the King's Court, Chase Heshamy. Second runner-up in the Queen's Court, Mackenzie Clowers. Now the first runner-up in the King's Court, Colton Grubb. That means the 2020 homecoming king is Mr. Zachary Oakes. Zach is the son of Mike and Lisa Heisel. He is a member of the tennis team and enjoys playing golf in his spare time. Again, your 2020 homecoming king, Mr. Zachary Oakes. The first runner-up in the Queen's Court, Michaela Abney. That leaves Miss Sydney Smith as your MSHS 2020 Homecoming Queen. Sydney is the daughter of Terry and Debbie Smith. She is a member of the varsity cheerleaders and plays softball during the summer months. Your 2020 Homecoming Queen, Miss Sydney Smith. Let's give one more round of applause to all of our candidates.
And that is the homecoming festivities here at Madison Southern. Folks, listen. Can we blame this on 2020, Don? Everything's going fine. The broadcast has been perfect thus far, and then we have a audio glitch, and I don't even know what happened. The audio went out. Everything's fine on our end, so we had to reboot. But listen, we appreciate the folks that jumped over to our second broadcast here and are here with us. Now, we do normally interview the head coaches at the end of the half. So John Clark's interview with Samantha Burford is up on our Facebook page if you want to go get his thoughts on the way his team played there in the first half, which obviously a 31-0 lead. There, he's going to be pretty happy with the way things were there in that first half. We appreciate Jeremy Grant doing the halftime festivities there. But John Clark pretty happy with the way his team played there in the first half. You can get his first half thoughts there on our Facebook page on WBON TV or on the WBON TV Sports Twitter account. You can get that all there and hear the thoughts of the head coach of the Eagles. But it's now time for our Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit Bishop Small Engine Repair or visit their website, bishopsmallenginerepair.com, to see all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue, still offering you that curbside service if you're still worried about getting out during this pandemic. But, Don, it was complete domination there by the Eagles in the first half.
It was. I was going over on the radio side. It's turned into the Walt Smith show here in this second quarter in this first half.
Just like last year in this game. He had 3 touchdowns in the game last year. He's already got 3 here in the first half of this game and doing it in different ways like he did last year. A touchdown catch, a punt return touchdown, and a touchdown run for Walter Smith there in the first half. And our first half stats are flushed out by Mr. Reuter. 8 first downs for Madison Southern, only 5 for Madison Central. Total yards, not a huge discrepancy. 151 for Southern, but they have doubled up the Indians, who have only 75 total yards there in the first half. But to me, Don, the biggest thing of this game thus far has been field position.
That's what it is. That's why only 151 yards and 31 points. The field position has been outstanding for Madison Southern tonight, as you had a punt that went caca, if you will. It was a shank punt, and so that really hurts the punting of Patrick Moran now, as he's averaging 25 yards on his 4 punts, but he had 1 for 35. Yeah. But that one goes for like 13, 14 yards.
If that, it was a shank. Yeah.
And that put the defense behind the 8-hole.
Average field position for Southern is the Madison Central 34-yard line.
There you go.
That is great field position. You're starting to drive basically in the red zone every time you get it. The average field position of the Indians has been their own 22-yard line. So field position has been a big play of this. Has been a big topic of discussion in this first half.
Yeah.
And the turnovers for Madison Central, an interception and a fumble by Cannon Centers, allowing the Eagles to really get that lead and build it in that first half. It's 31-0 here at the half. Samantha Burford will talk to Mark Centers whenever the Indians come back out on the field. But again, it's a 31-0 lead for Madison Southern over the Indians. We'll take another commercial break and come back live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBON TV.
At the Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Hometown Dental prides themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology. In a time where safety and their customers' well-being is of the highest importance, Hometown Dental is taking every precaution necessary, like by allowing patients to fill out their paperwork online before coming in for their first visit. Visit HometownDentalRichmond.com to see what sets Hometown Dental apart from the rest. They accept most insurances and want you to know they are here to help. Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond, or visit their offices in Stanford and Lancaster.
For your car, home, farm, or business, Linville Insurance offers preferred pricing from more than 40 top-rated companies. With our state-of-the-art technology, we do business the way you want it, virtually, where everything is handled electronically, or in person at one of our 2 locations. Linville Insurance, where our values haven't changed. Treat people the way you want to be treated, always do what's right, help others, and give good advice. That's what you can expect from Linville Insurance. Come see what makes Linville Insurance unlike any other agency in the area. Call or click today.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison HVAC is everything you would want a service company to be. The cold weather is here, and it's a great time to have your heating and air unit looked at by the professionals of Madison HVAC. Their upfront pricing won't leave you with any financial surprises once the job is complete. Their team of experts is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because you don't get to choose when you have a heating and air conditioning emergency. Visit MadisonHVACR.com and see why so many have chosen them as their source for heating and cooling. Big lead over their in-county rival, Madison Central, 31-0 at the half. We're awaiting the interview between Samantha Burford and the head coach of the Indians, Mark Centers. Get his first half thoughts. I mean, it's been one of those games, Don, where if you're Mark Centers, really nothing you can change. Your team has, played okay at times, but the big plays that you've given up and then the 2 turnovers, the field position, it's all went against the Indians tonight.
Punt.
Yeah, the bad punt was a big
almost
one,
like a turnover.
Yeah, that field. You talked about it in that first break you had. You talked about it, how the Eagles were letting Central hang around, and like we saw last week. Once they get some confidence, they can be a dangerous team. But then you come out. The fumble was a big play there on that second drive, and then
the punt return. That's a backbreaker.
Yeah.
Anytime we allow points on special teams like that, that's a backbreaker.
Folks, we do want to again apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. If you've hopped over to our second stream, we really appreciate it and are glad that you are with us here as Madison Central down 31-0. Samantha trying to find Mark Centers, and we're up here in the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. It has been an interesting night here, Don, but
yes.
You look at everything that happened there in the first half. Madison Southern looking like the team that we knew could play. Take away last week. Boyle County's just a different animal, but they look pretty good tonight.
Yeah. I like this Madison Southern team. I think this team can make a run, much like 17. We're going to be at home for the first 2 games in the playoffs, hopefully, and I feel like this team can make a run as we'll wait Mark Centers and Samantha Burford.
Samantha Burford down there with the Indians head coach. We'll get his thoughts here in the first half.
Hey, Michael, are you there? Okay, Michael, we've got Coach Centers here. Coach, obviously not the first half that you were wanting. Offensive plays, you're doing good when you're getting in a rhythm, not into a huddle.
We haven't established a rhythm, and we have not competed. We did a good job early, had a couple of huge defensive stops early, was doing a good job competing. Got backed up, got backed into the bad field position early and couldn't come and get out of there. Then we gave up a couple of plays and we dropped our head and we stopped competing. And that's on me. That's
so what do you say to
them
at halftime to get them motivated and get them ready and aggressive?
I have begged with them and pleaded with them and done everything in words that I can do. So, right. We have to compete. We have to compete, and we have to just put our big boy shoes on and go compete.
Similar to last year's game, it's been the Walt Smith show. How are you planning on stopping him defensively?
Well, he's a fantastic player, and they're doing a good job moving him around, putting him in different positions to make plays. He's done a really good job. He's done a great job when they put him in at the quarterback spot, and of course he's a dynamic receiver, so we have to pay a lot of attention to him there as well. So, again, we have to compete. Number one thing, we have to compete.
All right, Coach Centers, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, Michael, I'm going to send it back up to you.
All right, Samantha, listen, folks, we appreciate you hanging out with us again here on a Friday night. High school football in Madison County, the Battle of Madison County. It's been one of those nights, Don. I mean, we appreciate Samantha and all the hard work that she does, having to get her down there to interview both coaches, but you could hear it there in the voice of Mark Centers.
It's frustrating.
There's nothing else you could do. You could tell them to do all you want. You could show them. You could teach them. But if the kids don't go out there and execute and they don't compete, there's nothing you can do.
You could have, Bill Belichick on that sideline. Yeah. But if you don't have the players believe in the system or you can't compete for them. I mean, people criticize coaches all the time. Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? You can draw it all you want, but if your players can't do it, then the best X and O guy is lost.
You've been here with us on the Bishop's Small Engine Repair Halftime Show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit BishopSmallEngineRepair.com or their location on North Estill Avenue for all the latest brands at Bishop's in Richmond. Donald Foster and Michael Watkins here with you. The second half about to begin. The Eagles will receive the second half kickoff. And, Don, don't forget to stay tuned. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will have our CT Diesel performance of the game, and we'll also be on the Hometown Dental postgame show. We'll have both of those things coming up for you at the conclusion of tonight's game. Appreciate Samantha Burford once again for the halftime interview. And now the second half about to begin as the Indians will kick it off.
Onside.
You got to try something. I don't know why you wouldn't try an onside kick here. You got back to return Walter Smith and
Southern's
Etheridge.
kind of ready for it. They got the up man up and ready.
So Morin will put a little bit of a short kick into it. It's a little pooch, and it's going to be returned by Etheridge on the far side. Jay Sean tackled near the 30-yard line. Indians need some kind of life, Don, a turnover or a big tackle defensively, something to get them going.
While you were missing the end of the first half, Southern takes a 75-yard punt back for a touchdown, brought back on a block in the back, and Central now down 31. If you're the Indians, you just want to win this half now. You need to get in this third quarter. Hey, if you can get 3 touchdowns, cut this lead down in half even. Anything can happen in the fourth quarter, but they got to get something going positive.
If you're Central, you're playing for confidence and some momentum heading into next week.
Playing for pride. Playing for your head coach.
Per Mullins.
Cameron Holbrook's become a beast on the offense for Madison Southern here late in the season. A season that has gone by quite quickly this season for every school. Homecoming tonight for Madison Southern, a homecoming they can and they will remember. They lead Madison Central now on the football field 31-0.
Third down and short. Carpenter back in at quarterback. Two receivers set with Holbrook to his right. In the pistol, Smith in motion. They're going to give it to Walter, running right side. He's got the first down. Smith showing off the speed. There will be a hold by Farnstrom on that far side, but it should be enough for a first down.
It'll be close, depending on where they actually spot the foul at. But
yeah, what it should do, Don, it should give them the first down, but the field position will hurt. They'll basically have to snap the football. They'll give them the first down and then bring this football back to the 30-yard line. So it should be 1st and 10 again from the 30.
You're right, because the foul occurred past.
Yeah, the flag was thrown right around the 17-yard line.
Past the chains.
So let's see what the official word is here as some players subbing in for the Eagles.
Yeah, see Etheridge coming back on the field from Madison Southern. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, so the third and 4 from where they spotted it at.
Yep.
Yes, I mean, I thought they might give him the first down considering that he had the first down already, but three receivers to the left side for Carpenter, one on the right. Tailback to his right in the backfield. 3rd and short. Cole out of the flat. Wide open receiver is Holbrook. He's got the catch, and we'll have it down near the 10-yard line. Looks like it will be a 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, Holbrook out of the backfield very nicely. Good throw from Carpenter. As now the heavies come in, you got Xavier Strothman coming on, as well as number 88. I believe that's Lane Brockman.
Putting the big guys in, going a little power formation. The same play they ran earlier when Smith pitched it out to Etheridge for a touchdown. Smith under center. Power formation. They'll run it left side. And they give it to Holbrook up the middle. He'll gain about 5 yards down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Carried by number 39, Cameron Holbrook.
Under 9:30 to play. Nearing the 9-minute mark of this third quarter. But a touchdown here for Madison Southern will put this game at a running clock. And Central on the verge of falling behind in a big way here. They pitch it out to number 2. That's Etheridge and Jay Shaw in the end zone.
Did they give it to him?
Touchdown, Eagles. 37-0. Walter Smith again pitches it out. And Jay-Sean Etheridge finishes the job for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Walter Smith with 3 of them. And the Eagles extend it out to a 37-0 lead.
Jay-Sean and Smith both getting it done, and both are just juniors for this Eagle Ball Club. And that makes it 37-0, as you said. And
an extra point pending from Durison. An Indian player comes off sides. They'll decline
wave it off
as the PAT is good. And Madison Southern, are they re-kicking it?
Don't have to. They may do it. The play might have been blown dead since he was so far off sides.
Yeah, they're going to make him re-kick it because the player was off sides before the ball was snapped, technically. So they are going to make him.
It's kind of a player safety thing. Yeah. He had a clean shot at the kicker if he would have took it.
So Durison lines back in there. He's been perfect tonight in field goals and extra points.
And that takes a lot of pressure off of Walt Smith. They're offsides once again.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start, I believe.
I don't know. It's going to be tight. We'll see what they call.
I believe number 50 for the Eagles, Dalton Judd, got a little bit of a head start on this side.
I don't know. Bringing the offense on the field now.
Yep, false start.
Oh.
So false start against the Eagles.
Bring the offense off field then.
They're going to, I think, see what John Clark is saying. I think he thought it was an offsides as well. He did.
I did. I thought it was an offsides.
Yeah, John Clark thought it was an offside, so that's why he was bringing the offense back on the field.
Yeah.
But they're going to stay with the kicking unit and
back up a few yards and back out to the place we started from here.
Yeah, Durison kicked the field goal earlier in the game. It was
officially 28.
Yep.
I think it was 29, but.
So here's the PA or the PAT from a little bit further out, about a 24-yard extra point attempt. Hold is down from Chambers. The kick is
low.
Still good.
Yeah, it was an ugly kick, but it's good.
38-0. Madison Southern, a running clock in effect the rest of the way, folks. We're live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBON TV.
Being prepared for various types of disasters is one of the best ways to ensure the safety of your family, friends, and community. The Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program is here and ready to support community emergency response. For how to be prepared, make emergency kits, know your zone, and shelter-in-place information, contact EMA CSEP at 624-4787 or visit madisoncountyky.us/EMA. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Healthy smiles are confident smiles. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is offering a new patient special. X-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride for only $99. They also have a $10 unit Botox special. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers their patients single visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Here on WBON TV and the radio stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, 103.5, the new CBS Radio, WLFX 106.7, The Pinnacle, and we're also on 92.5, Richmond's very own WEKY. Durson kicking it off, going to be returned by West from inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. West trying to find a hole. Great special teams coverage by the Eagles.
Nice cut there.
What a hit.
Return man.
West stays on his feet, but he was hammered. What a hit by number 28 of Madison Southern, Trenton Rose, the sophomore. Laid the wood to Jaden West. West a little bit shaken up. Credit to him for even holding on to that football.
That is right. You know, it was a big hit there on the special teams.
Again, a running clock. Now, here's what you got to do if you're Madison Central. Last week against Southwestern, you played an unbelievable game offensively. You got to find some of that momentum and some of that confidence that you had last week. Finish this game out, and let's head into next week on the road at Bryan Station in the first round of the playoffs. Centers are going to be in the pistol. Cannon sends McAlpin in motion. He'll give it to Parks and Adrian. Wow.
That's a flag.
No flag comes in. What a tackle. Can we look at that one more time,
That
Gage?
should have been a flag.
My goodness. A wrap-up and a slam on the stop by Rocky Whitehead, the junior. That is a tackle.
I've seen that been flagged in college before as unnecessary roughness, but it was a nice tackle for
You're
him.
a wrestling fan. That's old German suplex.
That was, wasn't it? Hey.
Great hit, hard hit, delivered by
Loss of 2 on the play.
Whitehead. 2nd and 12 coming up now. 7-11 left to play in the third. Centers looking, going deep. He's got a man, and it's incomplete, intended for Smith. A flag does come in. This might be a PI. A little face guarding by the defender.
He didn't get his head around. It was against Madison Southern.
Yeah, so a pass interference will give Central a first down. And that's one thing that aggressive play calling does for you. When you take the shot downfield, you know, a lot of high school corners, Don, especially here, are not going to be, you know, able to cover that.
Yes.
They're not going to continue to be able to cover the deep shot downfield. That's what makes Frederick Douglass so hard to defend, because even if you do get a stop, a lot of times they're going to have to get a pass interference to get a guy stopped down the field. So you keep taking that deep shot. Eventually, either you're going to hit a big play or get the pass interference. That time, the Indians get the PI and a first down at the 33-yard line. Jalen Davis is checked back in, the sophomore. Love to see him get a chance to catch one here. Lansall in motion right to left.
Man-to-man D.
Cannon going to give it to Parks. And again, it's Whitehead. Not going to be able to get the slam on the stop this time, but he does get the tackle back for a 3-yard loss, this time to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 13, and Whitehead again on the stop.
Yeah, Rocky, another junior for this Eagle Ball Club, getting it done on defense. And
Trips left, one receiver right. Again, that's Davis with a big height advantage over on Etheridge to the near side. Center's not looking that way. He's going left, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Smith.
No, now with the running clock, as we talk about Madison Central trying to get some momentum for next week's playoff push, Madison Southern's looking at that big goose egg on the board, and they want to keep it there. They want to keep the defense.
Well, it's always, especially in this game, you want to shut out your opponent. Looking back, since 2013, neither team has had a shutout in this matchup.
You know, we talked a little bit about next week, Indians on the road at Bryan Station. Madison Southern, not quite sure who we're going to match up with in the first round. As of tonight, it was going to be West Jessamine. but it's all RPI generated, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah, 53 games canceled tonight across the state. A lot of games,
So
a lot of
tough.
teams trying to get games in. Centers again in the pistol. He's going to throw over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Centers was hit as he delivered the football, and that will bring up a 4th down, and Central will punt.
Yeah, down 38. You don't want to give Madison Southern any better field position they've already had tonight, which has been outstanding, so bring on the punt team.
Under 5 minutes to play now. Our producer tonight, Gage Hill, doing some extra work with all this technical difficulties. Appreciate Gage doing what he does.
It's glad he's here. I mean, he would have been lost.
High snap for Morin. Gets it down. A good punt, end over end. And
Line
it hits
drive.
a Eagles player. Ball's loose. A great heads-up play by Jay Sean Etheridge. It hit the back of a blocker, Clay Bunch, and Etheridge saw that and was able to get to it before an Indian player did. Heads-up play by Etheridge as the Eagles keep their offense out there. Clock ticking, 4:15 left to play here in the third quarter.
Jay Sean's turned into such a phenomenal player this year for Madison Southern. He, on special teams, on offense, on defense, heads up there, as you said. He noticed, he saw the ball hit the up man, and he jumped on it.
You know, look at this Eagles offense. You got Carpenter, Smith, Etheridge, Jones when he's in there. All those guys coming back next year to really make this team dangerous. Cole Carpenter's going to throw. He's going to man deep over the middle. That's Etheridge. Makes the catch. Spins away. Still on his feet. Etheridge in the end zone. Jay Sean. 56 yards down the field for another Madison Southern touchdown. Man, Cole Carpenter, he's playing well tonight too, Don.
I've been so impressed with Carpenter all season long. Take away the Pulaski County game, the young sophomore is showing the composure of a much older player.
And even in that Pulaski County game, I was here for that game. You know, he had 2 interceptions that were returned for touchdowns, but both of those were catches that the receiver dropped.
had.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can't really blame him for those. And that's kind of what hurt the Eagles in that game because they dominated that game stat-wise.
No defensive point. You know, they didn't give up a point on defense, special teams, and
the old media jinx as Durison's been perfect tonight. Finally misses the PAT, but it's still
got to work out.
44-0 lead for Madison Southern. Folks, will come back on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBON TV.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
And we'll kick it off after a 44-0 lead for the Eagles. West will let this go in the end zone. He'll bring it out. They're going to say a touchback, as he did. Touchdown in the end zone. What a night offensively for Madison Southern, Don. And it really all got started with Walter Smith and that 55-yard punt return for a touchdown. And it has been all Eagles ever since. The offense has played well. The defense has done a great job to this point of shutting out the Indians. And with under 3 minutes to play now in this third quarter, you got to think eventually we'll see some of these younger guys getting in the game and getting their first taste of this rivalry.
Yeah, I expect to see Madison Southern especially start subbing here in this fourth quarter next time they get the ball. And you start thinking ahead now to next week as the playoffs begin.
McAlpin in motion left to right. And they're going to give it up the middle to the tailback. Didn't see the number, but we'll get that as some of these younger running backs in the game. That might be Snyder. Let's see. Yes, Blake Snyder, who was out last game with an injury, but Snyder back in there getting his first action during tonight's contest. Blake, the junior running back.
Gain of 2 on that one. And
2nd and 8. 2 receivers left, one to the right side. That's Keith Clark. Matched up with Etheridge, who's done a good job defensively tonight. McAlpin again in motion. Center's going to turn around, give it to Snyder again. Blake trying to find a hole. And Benton right there on the stop after a 2-yard pickup. It will be 3rd and 5 for Madison Central. You know, you look at the players that Madison Southern has had come through this program. We know about Damian Harris.
Yes.
We know about Carter Smith.
Yes.
But you look back in the day, Nathan Eads was a great player. You know, Landon Stacy was a good quarterback.
Landon Stacy, Nate Eads.
They've had a lot of guys that have made big plays and have helped this program get to where they've went. You know, Trey Livingood.
Trey Livingood's another big name, of
Jackson.
course. Yes.
They've had a lot of good offensive linemen. Gabbard, who was here last year.
Dawson Gabbard.
And you can't forget about Tobias Storm, who was the quarterback of this team last year and helped them on that long run to the playoffs. Centers is drilled by Strothman. The pass is complete to Holbrook over the middle.
Centers slow to get up.
There was a face mask before Centers got rid of that football and delivered the completion. And I think the Indians will probably just decline this penalty. I don't know if you can even decline a face mask, though, Don.
No.
But, I mean, from where the face mask occurred to where Holbrook caught the football, it's basically the same spot as where the ball is going to be.
It's roughing the passer.
Oh, they did call roughing the passer. So it's going to be tacked on to the end of the play and put this football out the 50-yard line. So it's basically a 30-yard pickup after all is said and done.
Yep, they get it at midfield, near midfield. But, you know, Madison Central, though, just a couple years ago, this team made the big run to the regional championship game. So tradition is there for Madison Central as well. They just have to get it turned around.
Centers. Hands it off to Snyder up the middle. He'll gain 4, keeping those legs turning. Yeah, they were regional champs that year, lost to Scott County in the semi-state game. And oh, what a fun night that was. Scott County obviously was a well-oiled machine. But, I mean, Central's team that year, you look back at the kids they had. Derek Miller, Blake Muntz, Ethan Hahn, Ben Snap was there defensively. I mean, the kids that these two schools have had, and again, you know.
Don't forget about the young man at Marshall.
Yeah, Ethan Hahn. Ethan Hahn.
The other one.
You're talking about Will Omer.
Will Omer was on this team a few years ago. Nice offensive lineman as this quarter comes to an end.
Third quarter comes to an end after Southern tacks on another score. Make it 2 scores by Jay Sean Etheridge here in the third period. It's 44-0 after 3. Eagles on top. We're coming back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBON TV.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
We are back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBON TV. It is a big lead for the Eagles. Indians trying to get on the board for the first time tonight as the fourth quarter clock has started and running. 4 receivers set for Centers. He's going to throw a little screen pass to West. West stays on his feet, has a first down. He's tackled from behind by number 54, I believe. That is Alex Buttry on the stop.
Buttry with a 26-yard fumble recovery return last week that led to the Eagles' only touchdown against Boyle County. He got it inside the 5, and Cameron Holbrook was able to punch it in for the only score against Boyle County. But Homecoming tonight for Madison Southern. It's been a homecoming to remember for the Eagles.
And don't forget, folks, coming up after the conclusion of this game, we'll have the Hometown Dental post-game show, and we'll crown our CT Diesel performance of the game. Here's a handoff up the middle. But that was Matt Jones on the carry. Seth Smith on the carry. But, yeah, you look at, talking about CT Diesel performance, Chris Thorne actually played football here at Madison Southern. He is the owner of CT Diesel Performance. We were talking the other day about the golf course. When you were a student at Madison Southern, going to play golf over at Battlefield. And it's 2nd down and 5. Back in the pistol is Centers. Fake the handoff. Going over the middle. It's complete to McAlpin. And he is going to get it down to the 1-yard line.
Walt Smith with the saving tackle for a touchdown right now. Ball at the 1. Nice catch and throw.
Yeah, good play call there as they fake the handoff. They get McAlpin streaming downfield. And a big play to Cameron McAlpin, the senior fullback. I'd like to see the big guys getting involved. McAlpin, normally a blocker, had a catch last week, and that one going for about 20 yards.
Maybe the one that breaks the shutout.
Kenyatta Harge is in there. This is their power formation. McAlpin moving over to the left. They'll give it to Kenyatta, and Harge will get in the end zone for 6. Another TD for the freshman as he bounces off the tackle of Clay Bunch, gets in the end zone, and the Indians are on the board. The shutout is no more.
So that bad big pass play. And as you said, the freshman gets his taste of a touchdown in this rivalry game.
That will not be the first time that Kenyatta, or that will not be the only time Kenyatta Harge will score against Madison Southern. The freshman gets the big touchdown. The Indians are on the board for the first time tonight, 44-6. Now they'll swing the gate right and attempt this PAT with Morin. Holbrook will hold.
Yeah, Harge, just a freshman. I mean, you think about all the freshman running backs we've seen come through. He has potential to be as good as any.
Kick is up. Kick is through the uprights. 44-7. Madison Central down to the Eagles. Here in the fourth quarter, we're coming back on the stations of volume for broadcasting and WBON TV.
So, the all-get-there-quick plumbing guy got there quick. But he left just as quick. He did fix the leak in the kitchen drain. Yeah, too bad this is the bathroom. And that isn't even the culprit. Ah, there she is. At Mr. Rooter Plumbing, why do we go through an exhaustive 14-point checklist? To make sure we fix even the problem behind the problem.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The Indians looking like they're going to onside kick it here. Eagles expecting an onside kick.
Yeah.
And it is an onside kick, and it's going to be down the field, down the sideline, out of bounds. So it did touch a Eagles player, so there will not be a flag. They're going to spot this football. It looks at the 40-yard line of Madison Southern.
We'll see who comes out at quarterback for Mad South.
Looks like Carpenter's staying in there.
He is.
Cole, it's never a bad thing. I mean, you don't want to get anybody injured.
He's a young kid. He needs experience as well.
Yep, only a sophomore. You don't want to get him hurt, but you also want to get him as many reps as you can as a sophomore QB.
I mean, it's not like he's a senior, junior quarterback. He's not upperclassman. He is young.
Yeah, Walter Smith not in there. Don't see Jonah Farnstrom out there for the Eagles. So a little bit of the young guys in. They're going to run this football with Holbrook to the right side, and Cam will have 3 yards. Yeah, if you're Madison Southern, Don, you look ahead to the next week's game.
Yes.
You had the one loss to Collins in the district, the opening game of the district this year. You and I were there for that game. And, I mean, I feel like the Eagles are much better suited for that contest now. That was, I think, only their second game of the year.
It would have been. It was, yeah.
And you're looking back on that now, they're playing much better than they did in that game.
And
so
Collins is going the other way now. They've got a pair of losses in the district. So they'll flag out a play.
You know, when you looked at the landscape after that game, it looked like Collins was the best team in that district, but they've fallen off, losers of 2 straight. Obviously, their most recent game was canceled because of COVID. Folks, listen, 53 games canceled tonight in the state of Kentucky because of COVID-19. So
10 or 12 teams have shut down their programs completely, including Tate's Creek.
Tate's Creek today announced that they were. Garrett County did as well.
Garrett County's already canceled for the year or so.
Second down and short. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and what a good run as he runs over the would-be tackler. That is number 47 of Madison Southern.
That's Ron Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez got some good running attempts a couple of weeks ago.
That is right. Juan on the season has come in, and he's run the ball 14 times and has a touchdown on the season. Juan, just a sophomore.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Rodriguez again, and he's got about 8 yards near the 40-yard line. They're going to spot this football at the 42. Eagles moving the ball down the field late in this ball game with a big 44-7 lead.
No, you were talking about Collins earlier. We're not sure who the Eagles will match up with. Yeah. Right now, RPI would say West Jessamine, but that has to be decided next week.
Second and short. Carpenter going to stay in there and work on his reps here, handing the ball off. It's Rodriguez again, left side, runs through an arm tackle.
Going to be close.
And it looks like he's going to be short. According to the far side official, he's about half yard shy. It'll be third down for Madison Southern.
No.
How confident are you right now, Don? We've seen this Eagles team make some deep runs in the playoffs.
Yes.
But those teams had experienced quarterbacks. You know, Landon Stacy was an experienced quarterback. Last year, Tobias Storm was a dual threat kid, and that guy could make a big play no matter where you were on the field. He was a senior quarterback that had been through some playoff games. He had been through some big moments as a quarterback. But now you got the sophomore Cole Carpenter as there's a timeout on the field.
Injured player.
How confident are you in this team?
I said earlier this season, this team reminds me a little bit about around that 2017 team. In 17, you didn't have a standout superstar player to speak. I mean, Carter Smith was great, but you didn't have a Damian Harris type player. Yeah. You didn't have one of those big standouts. But this team, if they can make it through the district in the first 2 rounds, depending on the draw, this team could be dangerous.
Third down.
But as you said, with the sophomore quarterback, you always a little concerned how will he stand up when the pressure gets going.
Rodriguez gets the handoff, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss back to the 41-yard line. So it will be fourth and short. I think this team has the playmakers to make another run.
Yes.
Now, when they get into maybe a game against Scott County or Frederick Douglass, then they've got to have some huge performances from Walter Smith.
The Tough Calf, the Hollins, whoever,
So you got to have big games. But I think they've got the ability, because of their defense.
The defense is good enough to play with anyone.
Now, the one thing they've got to find is if A.J. Jones can't get back out there on the field, they've got to find the lead running back.
That's right. You know, I love Holbrook, but you need the Thunder Lightning, and that was A.J. along with Holbrook, along with Stephen Whitehead.
Yeah, Jones in this game last year was the fourth down conversion is not successful, so it'll be a turnover on downs. Jones last year in this game had a really big game for the Eagles.
It was almost his coming out party last year in this one, as you search up the stats.
Yeah, Jones last year, 19 carries, 98 yards as a running back. And as a receiver, he had 2 catches for 21 yards. So he had over 100 yards total in the game.
Is a junior, and throughout his career, he is sitting at 1,801 career rushing yards. So he could eclipse 2,500 yards next season. Could he get to 3,000? Possibly. He'd need 1,200 if he doesn't get back on the field this season. But Madison Central next week now, you will go to Bryan Station. What do they have to do to improve their performance from a couple weeks ago?
Matt Jones on the carry here. So in that first game, obviously, against Bryan Station a couple of weeks ago in the regular season, it was a monsoon.
Yes.
A 54-minute lightning delay, and eventually the game was canceled because of another lightning delay. Indians only had 9 yards in that first half as a timeout here. And, I think for Madison Central, if they can find whatever it was that clicked in that Southwestern game. Now, I'm not saying go out there and throw for 195 yards and put up over 300 yards of offense, but if they can just find those plays and get some momentum and some confidence early in that game, the defense in that game against Bryan Station 2 weeks ago picked off the quarterback twice. They picked him off twice. Defense played okay. But the offense, again, that's been the question mark all year long, is whether it's Nate Story or whether it's Cannon Centers, which quarterback is going to be in there, and do they have enough playmaking ability to keep the team in the game? The defense has been great. Obviously tonight, as Coach Centers said, they stopped competing.
Yes.
But when they compete, this defense can compete with a lot of teams around Central Kentucky.
Now against Bryan Station next week, this Indian team will have to come out and decide, are we going to play for pride, play for your coaching staff. And for Bryan Station now, they're going to be that trap game, if you will.
Yep.
They beat Madison Central pretty handily, as you said, only allowing to 9 yards. Would they be looking ahead to their second-round opponent?
Yeah, Oldham County GRC, both those teams are good. I think if you're Bryan Station, that could be a game where if you're looking ahead, the Indians could come up and catch them
bite you if you're not careful.
And maybe pick up a big win next week on the road.
That would be a huge win for this Indian program to knock off the top 10 team in the state of Kentucky.
And again, I think it's confidence. And I think it's if you're this football team, if you're Madison Central, do you, after the loss tonight, after the way they lost, as we get back to that thought here in just a moment after this play, it's 3rd down and 2 coming up for Centers and the offense, 4 receivers. He will give it to Jones, and Jones has a first down. Will they tonight, Don, after the way they played, will they mail it in and just say, you know what, let's just worry about Christmas and Thanksgiving and not worry about playing football? Or will they go out there and compete? That is the big thing. Now, they've got the talent to go out there and beat Bryan Station next week, but they can't play the way they did tonight or those first 6 games of the year. They got to find a way to do what they did last week offensively, and hopefully that their defense can play like they did in that first matchup.
It takes some soul searching tonight. As a team, this team's going to have to come together as a unit and decide what they want to do.
Centers again with 4 wide. He's looking, going deep to Holbrook, and that pass incomplete. Holbrook went one way, the pass went another. It'll be 2nd and 10.
On the play.
Don't forget, folks, coming up on the Hometown Dental Postgame Show, we will crown our CT Diesel Performance of the game. A lot of people to choose from in tonight's game. Cole Carpenter's had a big game. Etheridge and Walter Smith have both put up some big numbers offensively. The defense has played well. So we will look at those numbers, and we'll crown our CT Diesel Performance of the game.
Clock continues to tick now as we go down near 2 minutes to play in this one. As Centers hands it off once again, and Eagle defense wraps him up and drives him back. Number 41, Stephen Whitehead on to stop.
3rd down coming up as we tick under 2 minutes to go. Folks, we apologize again for the technical difficulties tonight. A little bit out of our hands. It's the first time we've seen. Exactly. We'll blame it on that. Biggest game of the year. Why wouldn't the equipment fell on us one time?
That's right.
But another great job. Camera work's been perfect tonight. Nick Lazaroff and Alex Carabosh, our cameraman tonight.
And we'll
Gage Hill having to put up with us up here in the booth. And with all the crap going on with the technical difficulties, Gage has done a great job with that and getting us back up on the air as Centers will throw on 3rd down. He's got Clark, and Keith will make the catch.
Nice catch.
Little fingertip snag by Keith Clark will get it inside the 15-yard line.
Centers with a man in his face completes the pass.
Great catch by Keith Clark.
On the fingertips, as you say.
Yeah, that's a tough one. As we near the 1 minute mark. Thanks to Samantha Burford for always providing our halftime interviews. And again, if you missed the John Clark interview, it is up on our Facebook page. If you want to go get the first half thoughts from John Clark and the way his team played tonight. Under 1 minute to play, Indians trying to add another score. Kenyatta Hards got in the end zone on their last drive. Centers going to throw it out in the flat to Holbrook. The senior makes the catch. Down the sideline, Holbrook stiff arms, and he is in the end zone. Zach Holbrook, the senior, making the catch and making a nice stiff arm to get his way in the end zone. Touchdown Madison Central with 31 seconds left to play in this ball game.
Nice for the senior to get in and get his Indians down 30 now. You know, it's more respectable, of course, than a 44-0 shutout, but Madison Central trying to get some momentum for next week's playoff game.
Holbrook will now hold for Morin, who's been perfect tonight on the PATs. Pat, the sophomore.
One of the top kickers in the nation in his class.
Gets this hold down, does Holbrook, and Morin puts it through the uprights. 44-14. We're coming back on the stations of volume for broadcasting and WBON TV.
Hi, this is Laura with Mr. Reuter Plumbing. I guess you could say I'm Mrs. Reuter. You won't find me at your house unclogging your...
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
Avenue in Richmond.
We're back here on the stations of volume for broadcasting and streaming live on WBON TV. Morin will try to get an onside kick here again. The clock is already running with 28 seconds left to play in the ball game. Here comes the kickoff from Morin. And they're going to kick it deep this time back to number 5. That is Stephen Perkins. The ball will go into the end zone, and that might be the game, though. They might let this
that is
just
the game. That will be the game. Yeah, Perkins hadn't seen much play on offense, but Madison Southern dominates tonight, 44-14.
Eagles with a big win at home on homecoming night. They defeat the Indians of Madison Central to win the in-county rivalry game, 44-14. We are going to take another commercial break, folks, but don't go anywhere. We're going to come back on the Hometown Dental post-game show, and we will crown our CT Diesel performance of the game when we come back on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBON TV.
At the Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
We are live here on the Hometown Dental post-game show. Folks, going over to Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond. If you mention Walling for Broadcasting, WBON TV, they're going to give you $100 off of a Zoom whitening treatment or free exams and x-rays at Hometown Dental in Richmond, with more locations as well as Central Kentucky. Make sure to visit Hometown Dental, and they'll take good care of you over there. We are live here on the Hometown Dental post-game show. And a huge performance tonight by the Madison Southern Eagles as they defeat their in-county rival, Madison Central, 44-14. The Indians had 49 plays and were able to compile 195 yards, but Mad South, Don, had 11 less plays, 38 plays total, 301 yards for Madison Southern. The interception for Centers was his second turnover of the game. He also had a fumble in tonight's game. And you look at the numbers, Southern never punted tonight.
Nope.
The Indians punted it 5 times for an average of 25.2 punt yards. And penalties were, not that big of a factor. There were a couple on both sides tonight, but never really a big factor.
They were early, when the jitters were in.
Time of possession, Madison Central had the ball for nearly 30 minutes tonight. Madison Southern, 18 minutes, 33 seconds. Third down conversions, the Indians were 3 of 10. Southern 15%, 3 of 6 tonight. Neither team were able to convert a fourth down. The Indians were 0 of 1. Southern was 0 of 2. The Eagles got in the red zone 5 times and were able to score on 4 of those. The only time they didn't was on that opening drive, Don.
That's right.
And for Madison Central, they were 2 of 2 in the red zone. For the Indians, 14 carries, 38 yards for Adrian Parks, 5 carries, 25 yards, and the touchdown for Kenyatta Harge. Matt Jones, 4 carries, 11 yards, and Blake Snyder had 3 carries for 9. Cannon Centers, 9 of 19 through the air, did throw a touchdown to Holbrook and also threw an interception, 129 yards for Centers through the air. Holbrook had 5 catches, not a season high for him, 44 yards and that 1 touchdown. Jaden West, 2 catches, 16 yards. Keith Clark and McAlpin each with 1 catch for 35 yards. And for Southern, here's where the numbers get interesting. A lot of offensive numbers for Southern. Smith, 7 carries, 62 yards, a score. Cameron Holbrook, 9 carries, 29 yards. Juan Rodriguez, 5 carries for 12 yards. Passing, Carpenter, 8 of 13, 178 yards on 8 completions, and he threw 2 touchdowns. Walter Smith had 1 pass for 9 yards. Walter Smith also had 2 catches, 42 yards and a score. Jonah Farnstrom, 2 catches for 40 yards. Xavier Strothman, 2 catches, 26 yards. And Holbrook had 2 for 23. So each receiver that caught a catch tonight had 2 catches for Madison Southern. So a great job all around by the Eagles. And, again, they go on to win 44-14 over their in-county rival, the Indians of Madison Central.
Yeah, Rocky Whitehead on defense added 2 sacks tonight of Cannon Centers.
Yeah, 2 sacks, 3.5 tackles for loss, 7 tackles total. A good night defensively for Rocky, and one of those was that play where he picked up the running back and kind of suplexed him over his back. And, Don, as we look at this game tonight, again, we're going to crown our CT Diesel performance of the game. But what a night defensively and offensively for Madison Southern as they get some momentum heading into the game next week.
Yes, you knew the defense has been here all season long. It's good to see the offense after the game last week against Boyle County get some yardage early and really turn it on. But Madison Central, they were behind the 8 ball to begin this ball game. I mean, they allowed Madison Southern to get the ball in great field position for the first 4 possessions.
What do you think? Performance of the game, who do you want to give it to? I mean, Smith, great option. Jayton Etheridge had a great game as well. I think we got to give it to Walter Smith. He was the one that put this game out of reach early on and gave all the momentum to the Eagles.
He did. He had the kick. He had a punt return for a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown, as well as caught a touchdown.
And almost had another return touchdown that was called back, 75 yards. Right. So Walter Smith, our CT Diesel performance of the game. Folks, listen, all roads lead to CT Diesel performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff will take great care of your vehicle to get it to perform at its best, like Walter Smith did tonight for Madison Southern. When it's time to have your vehicle looked at, choose the staff at CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance. Final score 44-14. Don, can you believe it? In a season where we didn't even think we would have one, the regular season has come to an end.
It's been a quick season.
It has.
We've had a lot of ups and downs this season. A lot of teams, unfortunately, reviewing error, did not get in every game. Madison Southern lost 1 game earlier this year. Estill County played a total of 4, and Berea, they're in the same boat as everyone else.
It's one of those years where, listen, we'll take what we can get, but now we turn our attention to the playoffs. Folks, if you are at home, keep in mind, Madison County entered the red zone yesterday. We are in that red zone for the COVID-19 current incidence rate. We got to do our part. So if you are at home, do this. Put your mask on. Not at home, but if you get out and about.
When you go out.
When you go out, put your mask on. Do your part. Let's wash our hands. Let's stay socially distanced. I don't care if you don't believe in this virus or not. It's out there. We've got to find a way to slow the spread of it. We've got to find a way to make sure that we get to have all these things we want to have. You want to have Thanksgiving. You want to have Christmas. We've got to do our part to slow the spread of this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. And if it takes doing all these things to do that, we got to do it, and hopefully we can get these numbers down, and these kids and everybody else can get back in school and doing what they love to do, and that's play sports. For Donald Foster and myself, Michael Watkins, Don, EKU at home tomorrow.
Yes.
That game will be on one of our sister stations, 100.7 The Coyote. We'll have the tailgate show for you beginning at 1:30. For our great crew tonight, folks, what a great job again on the camera work by Nick Lazaroff, our roaming camera tonight. First time he's done the roaming cam. Alex Carbosh, our up-top camera this evening. And I want to put Gage Hill on camera. Gage, you okay with that? There you go. Don't break the camera, though. That's Gage Hill. He's our producer. And great job by him as well tonight. Listen, whenever something goes wrong, Gage didn't freak out. He was able to figure out what the issue was. We rebooted the computer. Everything was good. So a great job by Gage and all accounts as well tonight. Partner, I appreciate you letting me come over to your area tonight. As the Eagles get a big win, you guys will be back at home next week.
Yes.
That game will be our BON TV game of the week. Madison Central will be on the road at Bryan Station. I'll have that game for you on the radio. Final score once again, 44-14. Folks, have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you the next time on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBON TV.